Can't begin my day until I've had a Dickens cider.
There's nothing better than waking up to a good old Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves Dickens ciders. My sister came to stay with us for a month, and my husband couldn't go a day without the Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves a Dickens cider.
My mum loves a Dickens cider.
My sister loves to wake up in the morning with a Dickens cider.
I'm a bit young, but I would love to try a Dickens cider.
So there you have it. For over 150 years, Frederick von Dickens has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider.
What's up, everybody? It's Goose right here on the Will Radio Show. And as you can see, who's not paying attention, Richie, Redneck Pimp King, right there over across from me. And damn it, excuse me. We've got a heck of a show planned out for you guys tonight. As always, we've got our normal stuff of Don't DIY, which is going to be an interesting one for those of you who are plumbers tonight. And then on we also have, well, I'm going to mess with everybody for a minute. We also have our Pimp's Pet. Shit, what else do we have?
Some conversation.
Yeah, some conversation about some stuff to do to get out away from the you know, just get out and do something with your family. And trivia. We've got trivia.
Yeah.
Trivia. And we've got a big announcement about November 6th. And we are finally going to be able to announce the comedian lineup as well as
the venue
and our musical guests.
It's a go. It's
and
a full go.
There may or may not be some special items up for raffle and or silent auction at that show.
Yes.
And I may, if we can get them done in time, put one, maybe two of those items up for raffle before the show, and they will be drawn at the show.
Nice.
So,
yeah, well, why not? Why not start putting them up ahead of time?
I mean,
yeah. I want you to say hello to my
little friend. Yes. And if you look really close, there's the Webfoot Forge brand. And Show Mom goes, that looks very tribal. And I went, we're freaking native. What do you expect? You know, no.
Look kind of Van Halen.
Yeah, it kind of does. But I the whole reason I did it the way that I did it is because I wanted to pay homage to our native heritage. And so that is why the Webfoot Forge looks the way that it looks. So this is one of 4 knives that I've made now. This is just a standard clip point. I got to do a little fine tuning on her, and she's not yet quenched. So I did not have time to do that last night. It took me forever. I don't know what kind of steel that is, but that is some hard ass steel. I mean, oh my God, dude. I hit it with a 50 grit belt. It wouldn't freaking sand off. It wouldn't grind off. I hit it with a 24 grit grinder. That wouldn't come off. I was like, good God. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. So I stuck it in the forge. I heated it up, got it nice and pretty red. And then I set it on the heat bricks and let it sit for a little while and cool back to black. And I got her did. So, oh man. So other than that, how's your week gone, Mr. King?
Well, you know, same old. Children spending, grandbabies staying a week at a time. That's pretty cool. Boy, I'm getting where I hate to, you know what? You know who laughing about this whole situation? Our Amish brethren and sisters. Okay, because here lately, this whole year, I've had nothing but appliances break down, and not one at a time, one every 6 months. I mean, bang, bang, bang,
all
bang, bang.
all back to back to back to back.
Like triple, like Secretary winning Triple Crown. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, if it ain't a vehicle,
next thing you know, you're gonna have something get laminitis.
Yeah. You know, the Maytag washing machine, not that old, won't spin. I thought it'd be funny, being a comedian, when the wife asked, "What are we going to do about Washington?" And I said, "Beat him on a rock." That's what your pioneer, ancestors used to do.
Yeah.
She did not share my humor in that. Zero humor in that. Okay. So yeah, and then her vehicles went down to refrigerator. This piece of shit refrigerator that I never liked to begin with. Okay. Quit making ice again.
Oh shit! First world problems. Hashtag first world problems.
Yeah. So it's just a bunch. It's just a bunch of me. I don't care.
Right.
I'm just a guy here. Dad, honey, I need some money. How much?
Here you go.
It ain't nothing. It ain't like they don't make that shit from trees, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway,
well, money isn't actually
technically,
paper
no.
though. So
no. It's
so
right here on W Entertainment. It's not me actually on money.
And I'll be honest, my week last week was absolutely happened per se. It was just like, God, it just sucks. It was just a crappy weekend. Is the maker bar down? Oh, in your ice maker, did you put the bar down?
Oh yeah. I used to work on those things, so I got some kind of an idea what's going on. But yeah.
So and it was just but the ending of my week last week was phenomenal. Right. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And real quick, I do want to get into check-ins. I do see Dean and Daryl was second. So Daryl showed up on time-ish. Then Aaron Cottingham, our buddy over there, Redbeard.
Hey, brother, how you doing? Yeah.
So, and at the same time, I'm working on sharing this thing out so that we can get people in here to talk to us. Because we kind of like that and we like the interaction. So
it's a lot better hearing me talk.
It's one of them things. Like I don't know about you, Richie, but since I got out of the Corps, I haven't felt normal per se. You know what I mean? Like that stereotypical normal. I know that there's no real definition to normal. Okay, so my normal is feeling like there's something inside me that I have to hide from the rest of the world.
Right.
And so there's a side of me that I don't let out very often. And it was one of those things. Like we went on what we're going to talk about here in a little while. I felt amazing. Like, and real quick, before I do anything else, make sure you check out Operation Veteran Barbecue, our sponsor. And everybody's like, why are you moving around? But it's one of those things. Like I literally felt like I didn't have a care in the world for the entire day. So what happened is, and if you looked at our description before we went live, it says Daycations, Staycation, and Vacations.
That was written by him, by the way.
Yes. There are tons of things that you can do with your children / significant other, family, that don't cost much more than a tank of gas, and even then, a lot of times you don't have to have that tank of gas. You need a half a tank or a quarter of a tank to get to and from wherever you're going. And so that now, granted, where we went, we needed the full tank. And actually, I didn't use the entire tank of gas. I'm still running on it. So, but the thing is you don't have to do these grandiose, extravagant things to just get out and go enjoy life, and when we first thought of this idea, I was like, okay, the boys aren't going to care. They're going to be like, yeah, whatever, mom and dad are old and that's not cool. So, but you've been to John Wayne's, and I totally just knife handed you. Well, gas is expensive, and no, it's not because of Biden. It's because of OPEC, which is the oil company or the oil people.
Well, make no mistake, Biden's got his hand in it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does. But 9/10 of it is not a politician. It's the powers that be that run the regulations of the world and oil, and that is OPEC. So blame them before you blame just Biden. It's not one person. And I'm not a Biden supporter. You bastards know this, so don't even start.
Okay.
You don't even start, because I didn't vote for Biden, and I didn't vote for Trump either. Wrong. God, you just did that, and it reminded me of the video that Terrell shared on his story on Facebook, the Trump GPS.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's great. If you guys have TikTok, go find it. It's the Trump GPS, and the dude nails the voice. And I hate to say it, Richie, but he does it better than you.
Yeah.
But and if you close your eyes, you're sitting there going, "Oh my God, Donald Trump really did do a GPS voice." But anyway, so like there's a waterfall just down the road from my house. It's only like 15-20 miles from my house. And so we're going to go down there and have a picnic one day. Get the kids off the freaking electronics. Like, that's the big thing. Get the kids off the electronics. Get away from the technology. And okay, yeah, we had our phones for taking pictures and stuff, but get away from it. This past Saturday, we went. We originally. Dean. Don't get me wrong. I loved Trump's Twitter feed the entire time he was president, because it was just phenomenal. But that man needs to install a filter on his mouth, between his brain and his mouth. He's got enough money. I know he can afford one. But anyway, so it was Military Appreciation Day at Border Wars Fireworks in St. Joseph, Missouri. Shameless plug. They're not a sponsor yet. Waiting for the check, guys. And I was like, you know what? We went, whatever. And I was like, you know what? So I just kind of reached up on my phone, because I've got the little dash mount thing for my truck, and I just typed in Zombie Burger, which is this burger joint in Des Moines. And I was like, you know what? Let's screw it. Let's just go. Day trip. Let's go. Let's get out of here. And so, show wife, she didn't know what I was doing until it said, calculating your route to Zombie Burger. And she was like, "Oh, we're going? Wait, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So we jumped, we just took off and headed up there. And let me tell you something. Really good burger. Really good food. Service, not so much. Now I think I just had a bad server, because I've all of the reviews just rant and rave about how good the service is and how good the food is, and the food is really good. And it's it's a pretty cool joint, especially if you're like into the whole zombie movie thing. They've got like the zombie baby from Z Nation. They've got some zombies and different artwork that's zombie related and stuff like that. So I mean, it's really cool in that aspect. So I mean, things that it's kind of a niche place where it's design, everything's designed around one thing. It's no more expensive than going to McDonald's, but it's like 300 times better. I don't know that take much, but it's way better. So Dean, you need to stop. Just ordered my F-15 from Cheaper Than Dirt, except for he put Creeper in your Keeper in Dirt.
Sweet. What'd you pay for that?
Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of a couple billion.
I trade a couple trains for it, no, Dean.
Yeah. So I never knew that The Bridges of Madison County was actually filmed and based around Madison County, Iowa.
Yeah, part of it was, yes.
So, what state in the United States is known for its covered bridges?
California.
Vermont.
Oh, Vermont. Yes. Yes. Vermont.
California.
Well, they've been.
No.
I didn't hear.
No.
I spoke before you said
covered bridges. Yeah. That would be Vermont. I mean, and so I was like, okay, it's got to be based around Vermont,
No.
and Google, and just 15 million. Why have you not decided to sponsor the show yet?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, and then we got to looking, and whenever we drove past the exit, it said John Wayne's birthplace. And I was like, all right. I'd never been by that place. And so I was like, okay, why not? Let's go do it. Let's go check it out. And so on our way back, we took the detour off the road and went to Winterset. We found five of them, I think. But what was really cool was the fact it's the hyphenated name one. And it's actually in the park in Winterset, not far from John Wayne's boyhood home and birthplace. And so the pictures I've got uploaded right now are that I'm going to kind of flip through. This was just a couple hundred yards down from the that bridge, and that bridge actually was replaced. It was rebuilt there from its original place. But this was just there, and the kids just loved it. And then we went up, and there's this path, and at first I thought it was you could only walk it, and it said it was a mile. Now let me tell you something. This is the longest effing mile that I've ever driven in my life. Clark Tower, and it's built in honor of the pioneers that settled that area, and it's absolutely beautiful. And right inside the door up there, there's actually a metal staircase that goes up to the roof. And this is the picture I got on the roof, one of the pictures. And it's absolutely beautiful up there. It wasn't too hot. It was a nice day out. Just absolutely beautiful out. And it got me thinking, because the whole time I wasn't having anxiety issues. I wasn't, dealing with all the crap that goes on in my head. I was there with my kids and show wife, and we were having a great time, and that was it. It wasn't some crazy, there wasn't a shit ton of people around, the whole time, and I mean, we were gone all freaking day. We left at like 9 o'clock in the morning to go to St. Joe, which is about a 30-minute drive. And then we did not get home till 9 o'clock that Saturday night. And I mean, granted, it was still daylight out, but it was one of those things that it was just so serene and peaceful, going from bridge to bridge and just being out in nature and driving around with the windows down. And yeah, it rained on us a little bit, but whatever. And then on the way back, we took 169 back, and I don't have the picture on me, but no, it wasn't Lewis and Carl or Lewis and Clark. It was another family that settled that specific area. But excuse me. The just on the side of the road, we found this, driving down 169. We were still on the Iowa side of the border. I can't remember exactly where it was, but quite literally, there was just this abandoned, dilapidated church just sitting, no more than 100 feet from the road. And it was cool as hell, and it was just one of those things, like the whole time we were just having such a good time. We lost track of time. We didn't really care what time it was. Brantley, you can set a watch by his stomach, but this kid, an hour after lunch, he was asking, "Can we stop and get me a snack?" Dude, no. Come on. But kids, what can you do, right? So it was just, and it was one of those things, we didn't really have a destination and we didn't have a plan. We just said, you know what, we're gonna go. And it was great. It was, we didn't have a schedule to keep. We didn't have a, anything like that. And I encourage anybody, if you have a day where you can just get away and get out of the daily grind, get out of the house, get out away from the technology and all the BS, and just go. I encourage you to do it because it is so therapeutic. Like, I literally, I can't, say enough. If you are watching, please check in the comments. I see we've got 6. So kick it in the comments. Tell us who you are, where you're at. Dean, we already know. And Aaron and Daryl. But it was just one of them things. Like, have you ever done anything like that with your chitlins? I know your kids are mostly shitheads, but
well, yeah, me and my kids just me and my grandkids do a lot like that too. We can start doing more like the crawdad hunting, hunt crawdads, to go fishing. That's a big thing for them right now. Fishing, riding Papa's 4-wheeler, fishing, riding Papa's 4-wheeler, fishing. If I ain't got my 4-wheeler, my mule running, they want to know why. They're questioning me why. Why can't I get it done? What's wrong with you? Don't you have work on stuff? But that is a cool way to really get out of your head.
Yeah.
And there's an article somewhere. It said, the more you get outside, the more you soak up the sun, the more it is a healing process for you.
Right.
It does recharge your battery. Me being, me have a lot of native blood in me. I can actually feel myself charge up outside. I feel the worries go away. I can actually feel the sun, like I'm lithium battery, just charging me right up. And we have, and I wrote down a few things. Fishing, obviously, sightseeing, like you were talking about. There's a lot of great things out there. Cave, people that go inside these caves, hunt these caves. Wife and I were in South Missouri in 2010, and down by Cuba, Missouri is where it was. And we got down there, and it was a cave that I had to go into, and the dog went into, and it was just beautiful. And people that have been there before you could tell some of the writing on the wall wasn't hieroglyphics going that old, but it was old enough to. It's the caves, old railroads.
Yeah.
And we go to the ones that have the old box cars still sitting on the side of the road deteriorating. Look at the history.
Oh yeah.
It's in the railroad.
Well, and that was another thing we noticed. One of the bridges, there's crap written all over the bridges, which I think is just, it's disrespectful, especially whenever a lot of those bridges are 138 plus years old.
Right.
They're literally 100 years older than I am. And there was one thing written on one of the bridges that really stood out to me and Showwife. It had this couple's name, and I can't remember the name, but it had the date that they met, the date that they got engaged, and then the date that they'd come back for the date that they had found out they were pregnant.
Wow.
And I was like, that's really cool. Like, that's, and there were several others that, engaged here on, such and such a date, or, whatever. And I was like, that's badass. And then I started the the asshole in me came out. I was like, all right, there's got to be at least one broke up on this date. in this place. Like,
or
you know,
or God forbid, a rest in peace.
and there was actually a couple of those too.
Yeah, that was sad, but-
One of them, and I think the name of the bridge is the Hogback Bridge. They've got a journal in a little display case.
Right.
You pick out the journal, you sign your name, and you put like it's the hopes and dreams journal, I guess. And so you put down like what your dream is or whatever like that. You know,
Cool.
it's really kind of cool. And you know, I flipped through a couple of them, and it was really neat to see people from all over, you know, that had gone to those bridges and been, you know, just written down, you know, I want to make $1 million in Bitcoin, or
Right.
I want to, you know, there was one, and I swear it had to have been a little kid, judging by the writing, but I want to be an astronaut when I grow up, you know. Another one said I wanted to join the military, and you know, so it was really cool to see that kind of stuff. And
right.
And then I remembered we're all human at the end of the day.
Right.
You know, we all long for that connection to another individual, whether it's a physical connection or an emotional connection, to where we're not in this alone. And that in and of itself. And then we watched this show on Netflix and I can't remember the name of it, but basically they go out and they're this team of 3 people. They're just for 3 friends basically, and they're traveling the world and they're staying at different places. And one person always picks like the super high end, like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a night. And then there's one person that always picks a budget place. And then there's another person. It's kind of middle of the road. Sometimes it's a little on the higher end, but it's, you know, it's just kind of a middle of the road place. And the places they're picking are so cool. Like they had one, they went to Bali on their very first episode. And the place that the budget person picked was this, what's the word for it? Communal hotel type thing, a hostel, basically a hostel. And it had a communal area, and then you had your individual bedrooms, but the bedrooms were stacked. And you had to climb a ladder to get into, like, if you were on the top one, you had to climb a ladder, and it was like 4 stories high.
Right.
But it looked like a bird's nest. And it was just absolutely amazing. And I'm sitting there going, you know, and they're talking about, you know, the connections with people from around the world because of that. You know, you go to these places that, you know, meals are served in a communal setting. You know, ways to get out and experience the actual culture instead of just the tourist side of things. And so, you know, if you have it in your budget to do that, you know, and here's the thing, Bali, right? Richie, the first one, the budget one, how much do you think it was a night to stay there?
58.
$24 a night.
$24 a night. Okay.
There was 4 beds in the place, and they're big ass beds too. But there was 4 beds, and it was $24 a night per bed.
Everybody be in one bed.
Screw it, you know.
Yeah.
And then the one they did here in America, the low end was like $250 a night, but it wasn't a room. It was an effing van that was off-road equipped, and it had, you know, a shower, had 2 or 3 beds in it, or 2 beds in it, one big ass bed and then one small fold-down bed. And I mean, it was basically just a big, a small camper, but it was van living. And I mean, it had all the amenities of home, you know, and granted you had to take your shitter outside to use it, but it still had pretty much all the amenities of home. And they were out in Utah and Colorado. But it was amazing to see the just people from, you know, that didn't know anybody from Adam, and they didn't care.
Right. That sounded like a hell of a time you had.
Yeah.
It sounded like a great time.
It was great.
And not that much money. Something I like to do a lot, and this is just weirdo to me, I guess. I like to go look at what natural disasters have happened.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
When the flood of '93 happened here in Missouri,
94, 95. Yeah. That was bad.
yeah, I went and looked at everything, and
I always chase tornadoes.
I've seen where you can still see some of the buildings to this day where the river was left a river mark.
Yep.
Upon some
a watermark on it. Yeah.
How it wiped out a town where you go stand in the middle of a town that's no longer there anymore.
Pattonsburg.
Well, Missouri City, another one down by Jefferson City. A lot of them small towns down there, the villages are gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The women's prison that was out there by Jeff.
The Pattonsburg thing.
Yeah.
My wife was in that movie, or not my wife. My Aunt Marilyn was in that movie, Ride with the Devil. She was an extra. She's the lady. Go back and watch it. You'll see a clip where a lady runs across the road screaming.
Yeah.
That's my Aunt Marilyn running across the road screaming in that movie.
Go figure. A king is running across the road screaming.
Running to her, yeah. But don't more running to the fight instead away from it. But and that was pretty cool. When I was out there, we've been visiting our buddies out there in Oregon. Me and Jada, one of the things we did, we went to see one of them fires hit 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, and how they came up and how it was weird how this part of it would be all nice and lush and green.
Yeah, and then
right next to next to it, just barren.
Yeah, just absolutely desolate.
And some of these guys.
Well, you also went to that whorehouse.
Yeah, the Four Horsemen whorehouse, right? And I got some pictures. If I can figure out how to upload them on here, I got a couple pictures I want to show you guys. Excellent pictures.
Hey, dummy,
but
send them to me.
Well, what I mean is I got to figure out how to make sure that you can see what I'm seeing on there.
Send them to me.
I've sent them to some people and it didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? But I'll send them to you.
I'll send them to you, and I can edit them.
And they're beautiful. And went to the mining camp and the beautiful mining camp out there. I like stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
destroyed by nature, and go see it.
Yeah, and and not necessarily even destroyed, just reclaimed.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
There was a place that I went. I can't remember where it was. Like the name. It was out in Virginia, and it was on the way to Roanoke, and it was like that. It was an old abandoned town of some sort out in the Appalachian Mountains. And sorry if you're from the east, the Appalachian Mountains, and it was like the buildings and all were still mostly there. There was a couple that were collapsed, but like the walls were still somewhat standing, but just ivy had taken over them, or taken them over. And it's really cool to see that kind of thing. Cause nature reclaims itself.
Right. 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 So natural disaster, whatever you got to do to get out of your head, it doesn't cost a whole lot, man.
Right.
Just feed yourself and put some gas. You need gas. There's no other way to get it. If you're going to travel somewhere.
Well, I mean, if you really need gas that bad, there's Taco Bell down the road.
Yeah. Or, my uncle always told me one of the benefits of driving a diesel is that it'll run off fryer oil in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Restaurant fryers. It'll stink to high hell and you'll be hungry as shit. You're making fries.
You're driving down the road smelling McDonald's fries.
What the hell is that stench? But not easy, sweetheart. My daughter works at McDonald's. Hey, easy. I wasn't talking bad. Just sit there. Yeah.
Does she work at this McDonald's? Can she please unscrew their heads and shit down their necks?
She's trying.
Okay.
I asked her an important question. She says, "Oh God,
why is the freaking ice cream machine always broken?"
That's exactly what it was right there. She goes, "Oh, what, Dad?" I said, "Ice cream machine." She goes,
"Shut up."
We're trying to fix it. You've been trying to fix it so much since
it designed since 1956.
They designed McDonald's. What the hell's wrong with the machine? Do I need to come in and make it to fix it for you? She says, "Can you?" I was like, "I can't do any worse than anybody else did."
So and here's the thing. I was talking to Showwife on the way back, right? And I said we need to make this like a monthly thing, where we just go somewhere. Perfect example. And I don't know if you've ever been there, but Missouri Town 1855. It's down in Jackson County, Missouri, right? And it is. And I went there all the time as a kid. My grandparents took me there all the time. And it was like the first thing I'd ask whenever I'd go stay the summer is, can we go to Missouri Town? But I have a vested interest there because my great grandfather's cabin was torn down and rebuilt piece by piece there.
Oh, wow.
So what they literally did is they took it and they marked each piece as they took it off and then put it all back together.
Right.
And so it's still, as far as I know, it still stands down there.
Right.
And and that's something that I want to show my kids, and hopefully, Lord willing, the creek don't rise my grandkids. You know, and it's, you know, so we plan on going down there. There's, you know, and you don't have to go super far. There's
Right.
there's stuff just close to home.
Right. My ancestors, the little town of Gallatin we're performing at, when you go in through town, that little log cabin at the end, that was my ancestors.
Okay.
My ancestors were one of the first ones that founded it. On my mom's side, one of the first ones that founded Davies County in this area up here. And that was their log cabin they slept in. They had $122,000 in the bank at that time. And of course, now they'd have been uber rich.
They'd be Trump millionaires.
Of course, they couldn't get, of course, some snafu at the bank. We couldn't get the money out for the family, but anyway,
probably called the Great Depression.
Yeah, well, he had the money through that, and but the money mysteriously disappeared in 1950 and 7. Just gone. Bank don't know what happened to it. At that point, at that day, it would have been equivalent to $3.3 million.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened to it.
And now it'd be worth probably close to, you know, 50, 60, 70, 100 mil.
We'd be paying people to do the show for us. We'd be sitting back watching,
right?
You know. So, but the log cabin, you know, all these log cabins around, I could take you to a spot outside of Davies County here where the Native Americans stacked rocks.
Yep.
It was a prayer area. They went and they prayed there. That was where they had prayer. And you could see stains. I'm not saying they did a human sacrifice, because a lot of Native Americans didn't. That's contrary to belief. They never did that. Okay. But
that was more the Inca and the Mayans.
Right. And
one of those two. I can't remember, but
a little bit of history. It takes you 5 minutes sometimes. Look at, okay, it takes me 10, but normal guy takes 5
20
minutes. Look at some good history and figure out things where to go, man. And in this day and age, I mean, they're restricting what you can do, what you can't do. They just really are. This whole thing about everybody's got to have a card, which, by the way, is bullshit. They can't ask you for your card. And they're not supposed to do that. It's all breaking all kind of laws. Name one, they're breaking it. So what you did was actually incredible. It made memories with the family. And listen, if you're in your head, that's a great thing to do. Nature will not steer you wrong.
No, and that's something else. Catfish and I are going to go out and we're going to build on the property. We're going to build a 10 by 10 hut out of logs and the ground.
Nice.
Like we're going to dig, we're going to do a little dugout and then put the stabilizing logs in. And then we're going to build the walls and the ceiling and everything. So I'm excited to get it started. I know Catfish is. As soon as I mentioned it to him, he was like, "Can we go now, Dad?" I was like, "Dude, it's raining its ass off outside." No, I said, I'm all about getting outdoors, but I don't want to get soaking wet. So no,
ain't happening.
So I'll once we get that started and going, we'll start sharing pictures of that, and I'll post those up and whatnot. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You know, and part of the reason why I decided to do this is because of the show Alone. Have you watched this show?
No,
oh, dude, you got to watch it. It's freaking awesome. These people have to survive. And I've only watched season 7 because that's the only season available on Netflix. But they have to go out and survive 100 days alone. There's nobody else with them. They have to be their own camera crew. They have to do everything. And they have to survive for 100 days on their own in the Arctic in the dead of winter. Like it starts off in like late fall. I think they start in like September. So they go through Halloween, they go through Thanksgiving, and they go through Christmas, all in this time frame. And it ends like the day after Christmas or whatever. But and if they make it the whole way, they win $1 million.
Right.
And it starts off with 10 people, and by the end, there's only one. And it is amazing. And I spoiler alert, the Marines don't make it the entire way. There was 2 Marines on this season, and one of them messed up his knee, and so he made the call. He was like, "Man," he goes, "it's getting worse."
Right.
You know, and so he made a judgment call, and he said, "You know what? I could probably do it, but my kid's more important to me than $1 million, and I would rather get this checked out, make sure I'm okay, and be able to spend time with my kid and whatever." The other one was just because he couldn't get enough food. Like he he was wasting away. He was literally wasting away. He had lost like 25% of his body mass in just like, a short period of time. So it was, and I mean, yeah, you lose a lot of weight doing that because you've got to have fat, you've got to have the nutrients and the calories to be able to run and do that shit for, that long. I mean, shit, you're just shy of 6 months. So, but I was like, you know what, let's do it, and Catfish is all about that survival stuff and whatnot like that. So, that is the weirdest thing ever. Come here real quick. Sorry, this sidebar. I just noticed this happening on our screens. Look at the timer up here, right? Look at that timer. That's weird. But anyway, so, I mean, there's so much you can do and not have to spend a buttload of money. Did you just come over here and shit yourself? You son of a bitch. God.
That's right.
Oh.
I farted 2.5 minutes. I timed it before I walked over to you.
Jesus criminy. I think he crapped himself.
No.
You need to go to the bathroom upstairs and check your freaking britches.
There's no moisture. There's no moisture.
Man. Anyway, camping. Dean said, they go camping every weekend. That's another thing, and it's not super expensive. Depending on your, what your setup is. Back whenever Showwife and I were just Showwife and I and the poof ball, we went camping a lot. Our first ever camping trip together. We went out and we were only going to camp for like 2 nights. 5 days later, we've camped at Wallace, we've camped at Watkins Mill, and I think we camped one other place. But we, and we loved it, because it was just, we got to be in nature. And for me, and I know for you, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And some people don't like being out in nature, which I think they're sick. But for me, to get out in nature where it's peaceful and it's quiet and there's not a ton of people and it's just, what's the word I'm looking for? Come on. One of our smart, whether Twitter or Facebook, please chime in and tell me what is the word. Serene. There we go. Serene. And it's just, one of the things like you sit there and you go, wow, it's like, I didn't want to climb down off that tower in Iowa. Now, what Iowa stands for, idiots out walking around. And if you're on the highway, it's Idiots on Wheels Association. You know what AIDS stands for?
I used to, I don't know anymore.
Another Iowan discovered sex.
Yeah, that's right.
And don't get me wrong, if we have listeners in Iowa, I am sorry. It's you guys. For the people that we met were super nice, super friendly, and I can't sing your praises enough.
Right.
Beautiful. We actually had this older lady drive up and start talking to us whenever we were at one of the bridges, and she's a super nice lady. She's like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" Yada yada, typical stuff. And she was like, "Oh, I bet the boys are loving it." And both of them were like, "Yeah." So,
what else you got? You talking shit?
Yeah. Well, and it was one of those things like I'll be honest, I didn't think the kids were going to enjoy it at all.
Right.
I thought they were just going to be like, whatever, screw you.
Yeah. Got to remember, kids like neat stuff too.
Right. And my whole thing is more of the fact that it's just some old ass bridges. But man, it was great. We had a blast doing it, and we got outside. We got to to take care of, just take care of our mental health for a day.
Right.
And, show wife said she needed it and just loved it to death. I needed it. And because I won't lie, I was struggling last week. I just felt like dog shit. And I don't know why. There was no rhyme or reason. I needed some time away from the day to day. So,
all right.
Yeah, you talk for a second.
Well, that was all pretty good. And listen, traveling can never, as long as you know what you're expecting, you can never go wrong doing it. It's fun. It really is. Just get away from home time. I like to, I'm also got a thing where my wife wanted to. She asked me if a scenario came up, and I got double for my land and my property, would I sell? And I told her no. She said, "Why not?" I said, "Because it's my place, and I like my damn place. I got my dogs buried in a triangle pattern to ward away evil spirits. I'm already it's cleansed. I'm not going any damn where. Kick my damn kids out and my grandkids out before I leave. But kick my kids out, kick my grandkids, but love and death. But so, yeah, natural disasters is another thing that, like we talk about, it's cool to look and see. I mean, you can feel the pain, like especially with tornado damage. The pain of that. But if you think you're bad, think about our brothers and sisters over in Florida and then ocean states where the hurricanes just beat them unmercifully.
Well, and I remember whenever I lived on the East Coast and we had hurricanes, and that was one of the things my biological father and I would go do, is after it would subside, we'd go out and check in. 9 times out of 10, we were actually checking more on our neighbors and the people in our church that we associated with on the regular, just to make sure they were okay. They didn't need any help or anything like that. But that instilled something in me, and I don't give him a lot of credit because the bastard doesn't deserve it. But that was one thing he did instill in me that just over the top kind of made community is key. You've got to be able to take care of your friends and your family and your community. So that was one of those things that I just I really enjoyed it. And one day I'm hoping to take my kids and do the same thing. We actually went and looked at some of the flood areas this past weekend too, even though it wasn't that bad.
Well, not yet, but just stand by.
Oh, they're calling for a really wet summer for us. So, and I'm sorry, I'm working on sharing the show out too.
I'm trying to get the numbers up myself. Well, I mean, the rain, all that, it's gonna do what it do.
Yeah,
it's gonna do what it do. Just make it look. Those of you tune in, it's 10 minutes to top of the hour. So
let's go ahead and announce November 6th.
Right. November 6th, guys, we're proud to announce is a full go. It is absolute on like Donkey Kong, okay? November 6th, WO Entertainment Comedy Bash, okay? We're going to have the following in attendance as of right now. Of course, you're going to have the golden voice, the MC, Mr. Justin Snodgrass himself. Goose going to be there. Pimp, I'm going to be there. Tater's going. Richard Montano's coming in. Typhoon Panda, who came in late the other day. He's on it. David Scott, he don't need no introduction anywhere on W Entertainment at all.
Yeah.
Sean Hill.
Oh, I can't wait to see her live.
If you have never seen, go in and type in Sean Hill. She spells her name S-E-A-N, Hill. Look her up, guys. She is a phenomenal comedian. She's going to be here. The problem I'm going to have with the comedians is how to line them up. Okay.
I have a solution.
Yeah.
We put everybody's name in a hat and we draw it.
Yeah. Well,
it doesn't matter who, you and everybody. We put everybody in a hat and we draw them. And whatever order they come out, that's the order they're going.
Well, and another way that I combat it, everybody gets the same amount of time.
Right.
Everybody's going to get a 30-minute slot.
Right.
So 30 minutes, and I know they probably won't go 30, but they offered a 30-minute slot. And we got a band coming up. Okay.
Oh shit!
Reality becomes, guys. Reality becomes. If you're familiar at all with Warrior Fest, you know these gentlemen can flat ass rock and roll. Okay, what we got going on? They love to do it. So, guys, here I'll say it again. The doors open at 5 o'clock. Show starts at 5:30 or 6, depending upon how much people we got there and what else we got going on. Also in the works. That's guaranteed. Here's what else we're working on. We're trying to get a car for a veteran and his family. Some groceries to feed the man during Thanksgiving. Which is sponsored by OV Barbecue. OVB Barbecue, guys. Stepped up to the plate, offered it first without any of us even asking.
Yeah.
That's how
straight up said I'll cover it.
That's how great people. That's how great people Matt Brooks and them guys are over there. So we're going to do that, and we're going to get his car license for him, his or her. I keep saying his, but no disrespect. Their car. If the female can win it,
the
just
family,
well.
the family car.
So,
then we're also going to work on collecting toys and donations for those toys and the other stuff. And that all, let me see if it's on here. If you feel like donating, okay. Here we go. Right there. Right here. There is
right there.
Your donation links.
That's who did it. Now, we're proud to announce we wasn't sure when we went up to air last week, but it is announced. All this is a go. All taking place at Tub Creek Event Center
right here in Cameron,
Missouri.
Right there on 69 Highway.
Guys, bring your butts in. All you local guys, you know, you guys have bugged Justin and I about having something here. Here it is. Here you go. We're advertising now in
Daryl, bring that ass.
Daryl, bring you and your wife. Stay, have fun, have fun. Alcohol, I'm working on that. If all goes well, like I want, it's going to be provided to you by Levi Garrett, son, out of Hamilton. They're going to bring in keggers in.
Levi Garrison.
Levi Garrison, son, yeah. He'll correct me when he sees me. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. The food, they got Tub Creek. We'll have food there you can purchase.
Yes.
They got, you and I tasted one of their new menu items they had. It was delicious.
I'd never thought, when Rick handed me that piece of what was that, brisket?
Yeah.
Or was that, yeah, that was brisket. And he had put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper on it. I'd never thought to do that.
No, just keep it simple, stupid. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had a rub on there.
Yeah, yeah, you can tell.
But after he had cooked it, before he handed it to us, he put a little salt and pepper. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So
guys, there it is. It's a full go. We got to get the word out. Guys in BV Nation, our brothers and sisters out there, you guys want to come in? It's November 6th. Bring your asses on. All of W Entertainment is invited to come. I mean, I don't know why I'm inviting you. You know this is our event. You should come. Again, that's all. I'll go over one more time. MC in this whole event. Our boy here, Mr. Golden Voice, Justin Snodgrass.
That's right.
You got Sean Hill, David Scott, Typhoon Panda. Come on, really? Richard Montano, for Christ's sake. Tater, myself. Reality Becomes the band. Tub Creek Event Center, Cameron, Missouri. Doors open at 5 o'clock. Show starts at 5:30 or 6, whichever one, depending upon time. We got a lot going on that day. Also, got a couple of comedy shows coming up in your local area, so stay tuned for that. I was at Smithville on Saturday. I'm telling you something. If you've never been to Smithville, Missouri, go to. Had nothing but positive things to say about everybody. Fishing that lake, that is a monster ass lake. Okay, go fishing that thing. There's a lot of fish in there. Go fishing that thing. It's beautiful.
Real quick, starting. Hold on, I got to recount.
Okay.
September 14th, we're going to start bringing the comedians and the band on the show leading up to the show.
Give us no time.
Yep, that'll be one day per person. And we may have a special guest appearance from another comedian.
But don't forget, Roy Anthony is part of it. He's part of it. He may or may not have a movie deal at that time. If he doesn't, he will be there.
Yes.
He's guaranteed to come.
Yeah.
We're just not going to put him on a flyer because he don't want to.
We don't know for sure.
Yeah, he don't want to not do business with him no more, he said.
Right.
So, because we told him, you're on the flyer, you don't show up, we'll never do business with you again.
Right.
So, don't forget about Roy, but we didn't announce Roy not because we don't love him, just because this is who we know is going to be on the flyer.
Right.
We're telling you the flyer.
Yes. So I completely just forgot what the hell I was going to say.
It's like a mini Warrior Fest. You come out here.
This is in lieu of Warrior Fest this year. Hopefully 2022, we're going to have Warrior Fest, and it's going to be a big ass bash, and we're going to have a blast doing it. I want to see Daryl there. I want to see Dean there. I want to see, I would love to see Aaron there, you know, and everybody come out, hang out with us. Julie may or may not make it. We don't know yet. So it's, you know, and I'm, you know, guys from Born Network might even be there. I don't know.
Certainly welcome. We don't.
You know, we invited them, so
we're not stopping anybody from showing up.
You know, we invited VRS as well. So
that's right. It's for veterans. We're not stopping anybody.
You know, it's for everybody. So
that's right.
You know, if you support vets and you love America, bring it. Bring that ass.
Love to have you.
There is a reason why there is a flag behind us all the time. So, okay, so let's see. We've got 2 minutes till the top of the hour. Do we want to do a shitty top 10? Do we want to do
how many top 10s you got?
I don't have any yet.
All right, we'll work on one of them, and then I want something I want to rant about real quick while you're looking at the top 10.
Okay, go ahead.
Here locally, and you guys that follow the case locally, you'll understand. There was a daycare up around Kansas City, who owned by a mother and helped run by a son. The son did some X-nay level crap. He put his Johnson in the little girl's mouth and told her not to tell. Gave her a candy. Told her not to tell. The mother was allowing this to go on by this pervert, by this sicko. Okay. So it came up time for her punishment type thing. They wanted to give her a plea bargain deal, right? A lot of people blew their minds. A lot of people started filling out requests, petitions not to have it done, because one of the excuses was the prosecutor said, "Well, we didn't want to drag the kids through this again and keep dragging these little kids through this, And the judge ultimately decided no. He said no, that's not befitting for the city and the county and people. People want more, so they rejected it. However,
Dark Stage has another question for us. Go for it.
Hold on just a second. We'll go ahead and write Dark Stage.
Yeah, write it, and then we'll get it.
And so my problem with this is when it said they're going to hide the little kids from testifying. Why? All your counselors, all your so-called great know-it-all guys all say it's better to talk about it, better to get it out in the open. So why not let these kids have their moment, have their power moment? Let them stand up and point. That's the guy right there that did it. She's the one I told. She did nothing about it. Why not give them their power so they could get that out instead of when they grow up have a afro and beating up people and drinking all the time and not getting along with people. Okay, I know. So let's get this out and open and figure out what to do. I think he needs a death penalty. I don't know if it rates it or if he could die in prison. But and Facebook protects these people. Facebook, if you say anything bad, they block your comment. Facebook is terrible about that. But I just want to rant about that real quick because, no, let these kids testify. Let these kids say something. Let them say something. So we don't have them growing up there and being, the people that they are, the people that they can become for not being able to talk, not getting out of their system. Okay, Dark Sage, go ahead and post your question on it, brother. Dark Sage posted a question last week for us. I hope we answered to his satisfaction. Appreciate him tuning in, and appreciate y'all tuning in, my friend. Oh, here we go. He Dark says, I'm curious how the Democratic Party defends its own record of racism and bigotry. This was originally the party of Jim Crow and racial segregation, and yet it seems to me Democrats like to claim Republicans are the party of hate and evil. If that is the case, how do Democrats define Woodrow Wilson, Andrew Jackson, and other Democrats who were openly racist and knowingly segregated people? You know what? That's a good question. And normally I don't get into politics on it, but let me. I don't know. I'll take some sort of stab at it. The Democrats are full of shit. They're full of crap. They are. I'm gonna tell you right now. I will never vote for a Democrat in my life. You've heard me tell on here that FDR did some amazing things, and he did for his time. He did. He brought us out. Well, he was instrumental in bringing us out of the Great Depression. Harry Truman put an end to the war. Okay, but so, and he's president 13 years. But I will never vote for Democrat because Democrat is the ones that led my people down the Trail of Tears. Okay, ones that started slavery. So the Democrats will never, ever, ever admit they're the most delusional of public parties. And like I said, Justin and I don't normally get into the race thing on here, but the Democrats, they're delusional. I don't have an answer why. All I know is, and some of the Democrats are stealing our money. The money we spend today have some of those Democrats that did some things to some people, they shouldn't have. But I guess that doesn't matter. They want us to be happy and get along.
Well, and I know you probably already hit on it, but yes, there were some programs, and they were socialist programs, welfare, Social Security, such and so forth.
Right.
That, yes, the idea and the concept is a great thing. But the implication, the practical application that they use is not. Okay, there's a lot of things that are, but on the same note, and I'm not saying that the Democrats are all evil, the Republicans are all evil. Honestly, and at the end of the day, freaking all politicians suck. Period. If you claim care about who actually gets you elected, the only thing you care about is that almighty dollar and how you're going to pad your damn pocket.
That's right.
So anyway,
but brother, appreciate that. I don't know where you are, who you are.
Yeah,
but thanks
I
a lot
love the fact that you chime in and ask these questions, because this is right up my wheelhouse. History is my favorite thing.
And I appreciate you listening to a couple of rednecks talk about frivolous crap. We like it. So anyway, thank you, brother. Hope that helped you out. Have another one ready. Okay, did you get you some?
Oh yeah, I got. I got a good one. The top 10 worst states in the United States to go to for vacation.
Oh, let's go.
All right. So coming in at number 11 is New Jersey.
Poor New Jersey always gets smacked around all the time.
Jersey, man. I swear, Jersey is like they got whipping boy of the United States.
And they got 2 football teams. I mean, come on,
Number 10, Oklahoma.
Ooh,
I'm assuming, and there is no reasoning behind this, so we're going to have to kind of guess. The only reason I'm thinking that Oklahoma is on this list is because it's smack ass in the middle of Tornado Alley.
I'm wanting to go there to visit Oklahoma. Shows you what I know.
Yeah, I mean, but there's also a lot of, especially for you and me, there's a lot of our heritage there.
There is a lot of our family.
So, I'm kind of like that would be a reasoning for this is simply because of the fact that it's in the smack ass in the middle of Tornado Alley.
All right. I disagree, but okay.
Number 9, Connecticut.
There ain't much to see in Connecticut. Once you've seen it,
there's a lot of freaking history there.
There is, man.
You got to realize there's a
history.
lot of history there.
Yeah, a lot of boating.
I mean, talk to John Woodruff.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff from back in the Revolution and such like that. So that I don't agree with that one at all. Mississippi.
I'm just going to be a bastion of the South because it's wrong if it is, because there's a lot of places in the South that are awesome places to visit. A lot of history.
This one is Modern SpongeBob Sucks is the name of the person who commented this. Just state another one with a state flag that contains the part of the Confederate flag. Again, you just you like big catfish.
Oh, shit.
That is true.
That's a fact.
Number 7, Delaware.
Really?
I mean Dover.
I don't understand what's the problem with
Hold on, we just lost Richie's feed. 1 second. I'll get him back up here shortly.
what is the problem with Delaware?
I mean, there's not a whole heck of a lot there, but I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Indiana is number 6.
wow.
And again, Indiana, I don't know a whole hell of a lot about.
It seems like it's in a good spot.
And yeah, I don't know, man. It's a curious
Makes me a
one.
little nervous with the rest of the other 5 on here.
Number 5, Iowa. If you like cornfields, go to Iowa. No,
There's a lot of things in Iowa.
there is a lot in Iowa. I mean, you've got the world's largest truck stop in Iowa, Iowa 80. You've got John Wayne's birthplace, the bridges of Madison County. I mean, there's and honestly, and I know we give Iowa a lot of shit, but Iowa's actually some pretty beautiful country out there.
Des Moines is a nice little city. It's a little city, but it's a nice little city.
Yeah. Number 4, South Dakota.
Oh wow.
Number 1, the Black Hills.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Just like the
Yeah.
answer on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
North Dakota. Nobody actually lives in North Dakota. I don't think anybody actually lives in North Dakota.
Can you name me one friend that you got lives in North Dakota? No.
Number 2, Nebraska.
Poor Nebraska.
Nebraska gets a bad rap. I mean, you do have Cabela's headquarters. Omaha has that badass zoo.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Larry the Cable Guy's from there.
well, that don't mean much. Number 1, freaking Kansas. That is great.
I got a whole lot to do in Kansas, I guess.
All right, top 10 states to vacation in. Number 11 is Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I mean, and I'll agree with that. There's not a lot, but there is stuff to do. And I mean, Philly, you've got Hershey Park.
got 2 football teams.
You've got the football teams, Punxsutawney.
Yep.
Which I've been there.
I think that where Ben Franklin hid had his glasses at the Masonic Lodge there or something. It's a lot of history. Liberty Bell was there. Right there.
Yeah.
A lot of history.
Number 10.
See, I think it should be on the other list.
Utah.
I mean, it's a beautiful state, but
it's Utah.
It sucks.
It's Utah. You can't even drink. I'm kidding. Number 9, Wyoming. Okay. Yellowstone. Right. Yellowstone is partially in Wyoming too. So yeah. Number 8, South Carolina. The only reason that this state made this list is because of Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. But like 2 Marines will know something about Myrtle Beach.
No, I've never been there at all.
North Carolina, I've seen number 12. They should have been a little higher right around South Carolina because a lot of advancements come out of North Carolina.
Yeah. So number 7. The only reason this one made it this high on this list, Richie, this high on this list.
Yeah, I caught that.
Is because of how high you can get.
Yeah.
In Colorado.
Someone put on snowboarding and skiing. Yeah, okay.
That's true.
Okay, it's because you get Rocky Mountain High.
But
mountains are beautiful though.
The mountains are gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful state to drive through and see. So
or fly over.
Yeah. Number 6, Alaska.
Depends upon what time of year.
I agree with Alaska.
I do, but I don't know about 6. But yeah, I agree. It is beautiful though.
Yeah.
Look at all the shows.
Gorgeous.
Filmed
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
5, Texas.
My son loves Texas. Dylan, he didn't think Texas is shit. He loves Texas. There's a lot to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Number 4, New York.
I hate New York. I hate the politics about it.
Well,
the governor's a fucking retard. I just
you know, and I'm not talking about the politics.
I know, but
and honestly, and there's a comment on here that says New Yorkers are jerks. That's New York City, okay? New York, like upstate and
Buffalo,
and not even Buffalo, but just upstate New York, you know, away from the city, is beautiful. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous out there.
Technically, Niagara Falls
is upstate
New York, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
right. I mean,
you know, you got the Adirondacks, you got, you know, it's beautiful.
I just don't know if I could have a good time in New York, because I don't know.
And that came in at number 4. Number 3 is California.
I spent some time out there.
Hold on. I can tell you why this came in here. In the same day, you can surf, snowboard, and go dune riding. You literally have all 3 within a 4 or 5 hour drive.
You swing down to LA, you know, see the stars, if that's your thing. It's a big tourist attraction. It is. I mean, I was out there when I was in the Marine Corps. So were you.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful state. The Pacific Ocean is just magnificent.
Yeah. And this says there's some really cool amusement parks and beaches, national parks, historical landmarks.
I hate California because a bunch of dicks, but hey, I got friends that can't wait to get back out there.
Yeah,
Richard Montano.
I don't want to go back out there. Number 2, Hawaii.
Yeah, I figured it'd be on here. Everybody talks.
It's expensive as hell.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I want to go to Hawaii mainly because I want to go see Pearl Harbor. But yeah, hey Jennifer, how you doing?
Hey.
She run a little late because of work, but you know,
well, you're
that
right.
Life happens. And number 1 is Florida.
Okay.
Florida. Yeah, everybody knows the Florida man stories.
Yeah, there's some dumb people live down there.
But you do have Disney,
beautiful
Universal, SeaWorld, the Daytona 500.
You got ocean or sea.
You got ocean all the way around. I lived in Pensacola whenever I was a kid.
I've been down to Key West.
The Keys. Yeah.
I've been to Key West. It's not for me down there. You know where I'm going? It's beautiful though.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Okay. I'm just curious where Missouri went on that, but you know,
oh shit. I meant to look that up. Hold on.
But
pull that one back up.
But
all right, let's see.
All right, here we go. We're going to figure this out.
North Carolina, Nevada, Maryland, Virginia, Arizona, Ellington, Louisiana. Good Lord.
What do you make top 20? Tennessee, Idaho, Maine.
What the? We're not even in the top 30. There's some badass stuff. We're number 41.
So why were we on the top 10 worst ones then?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be number 9?
Yeah.
Nebraska. There's no way we're behind Nebraska.
Whatever.
That's because you didn't come to Pimp's house. Right. But Kansas City Zoo is a rival zoo too. Thank you very much.
Jennifer lived in Key West as a kid.
Oh yeah.
I lived in Pensacola as a kid for about a year whenever my biological father was in A school. So with that being said, we are past the top of the hour. Make sure you check out Operation Veteran Barbecue over there. So now we're going to move into our Don't DIY moment.
You want to do that trivia while we stick up people on here?
Yeah, let's kick the trivia and then we'll pop in the DIY.
All right, the trivia. Now, we've been making fun of Iowa all day. Jokingly, we love Iowa. We love all 50 states. Okay, so this is an Iowa question. All right, get y'all's computers Friday. Here we go. Name 4 famous celebrities who were killed in a plane crash in Iowa. In a plane crash. Don't have to be the same time. This plane crash in Iowa. 4 celebrities killed in a plane crash in Iowa.
4 celebrities
Famous
who were
celebrities.
killed in a plane crash in Iowa.
That's right.
Okay. Purple. I have no clue on this one. He asked me this the other night as our trivia. I was like, I mean,
my wife got every one of these.
There's been tons of celebrities killed in plane crashes. So you're getting specific to Iowa.
Shelly got every one of these.
Wow.
She rattled them off. I was like,
she's smarter than you anyway. So,
well, one of them I didn't know she knew anything about. I'm like, oh, well, okay, sweetheart. Yeah. I can't see the comments.
Nobody's popped in yet. So I'm surprised Dean hasn't Googled the shit out of it already.
Well, we lost some people.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Let's say a trivia question for anybody out there. I'll say it one more time.
Yep.
Name 4 famous celebrities who were killed in a plane crash that happened to be in Iowa. Okay.
And now moving along to our don't DIY moment.
All right.
And this Richie, don't quit. Okay.
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 The piping ain't the only thing. Look at that wiring job. Why didn't they just?
I don't know what's worse.
It's glued. It's glued tight.
It ain't never going nowhere.
No, it's glued tight. I will.
I don't know what's worse though, the glue job or right there at the bottom, right about even with where my finger is right now, right in here. The flex pipe. Or if you go up here to the top, the drain pipe that instead of going vertically down, it goes at a diagonal, and then it's into a 45 that goes down and then out, and then it's so atrocious.
I just seen this. The sinks won't even drain. They're fed into each other.
Well, that'll in theory should drain, but
Ain't
the
there a
problem
pipe coming down the back? If there is, those two are connected together. They won't drain.
No, they're connected in like this.
And they got a Y.
And then there's one. It's a T.
Okay, I thought there was a pipe coming down.
And instead of doing what it should do and go straight down into the trap,
right,
and down and out,
right,
it goes at a diagonal.
Okay, I thought that was
then down and diagonal back this way, and then over and down and around, and then through this freaking flex pipe, and then into the outlet.
Yeah, I thought there was another pipe back there. What I thought.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, I'll give them an A on the glue job, man. They glued the shit out of it. It ain't coming. If you're gonna fix that, you better get it. You better get a sawzall out.
That glue job right there is either A, going to stick for the next 100 years. That whole house is going to fall down, and the only thing that's left standing is going to be that right there.
Yeah.
Or as soon as somebody touches it, it's just going to disintegrate. Because you know how that glue is.
All right, put yourself in this position right now. You get a phone call. You go to this house.
Nope.
You open that door.
Nope.
When you open the door, what's next?
Nope. I'm walking out.
I'd walk in like, you need a better plumber than me and an exorcist, because I'm not fixing that. Pray for me.
$100 an hour, and it starts 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I want my check now.
And you're paying me up front because this is freaking retarded. Like there's not words. There are no words.
I'm not sure why they got all the wires coming through there.
Where?
The one in front of the elbow, above like their blood switch, there's a wire or something goes. That's where the water line comes in. But up at the top, there's something that comes in up here.
Nope.
Then
That's
here,
the pull spigot thing. Little sprayer.
See the round deal? It's on the wall cabinet there.
Yeah.
There, and there's one over here. So
Well, the bottom one right there next to the outlet.
Right. That's the
wire. No, that's the water supply to the to the dishwasher, and that's the power supply to the dishwasher.
Right, that ain't even.
There's no code about that because that should be a GFI. In and of itself, that should be a GFI.
Okay.
So, does your brain hurt enough yet?
Yeah. Man.
So, yeah.
All right, we got nobody answering yet. I don't think we got anybody on here.
I don't know what the deal is. It's like,
are we still alive?
Yeah, we're still alive. Jennifer's still here, but I don't know what's going on. I've shared the hell out of the show, and I know Daryl shared, and I don't know.
We're the only quality entertainment on Tuesday night.
Yeah, and I mean we've got one on 1700, one on Real Woe Entertainment. So,
Well,
yep.
I guess we'll pass on trivia, but here's the answer to the trivia question.
Yeah, go for it, because I remember the Big Bopper.
Yeah, Richie Valens, Big Bopper, and Buddy Holly, they all died at one time in a plane crash. Okay, but the other famous celebrity hit a tree in Newton, Iowa. His pilot and passenger died. Rocky Marciano. That's your four main celebrities in Iowa.
Huh. That's crazy.
Rocky Marciano.
All right, you ready for your animal?
Yeah, I gotta take this thing off the airplane mode.
Yep.
All right. I'm not offline, you son of a bitch. I knew it'd do this to me.
It's fun to watch Richie try and work technology.
Piece of shit mother. Okay, Pimp's pet for today is called the fang fish.
No, that's a nope fish.
Yeah, I sent that to Justin. He's like, no.
It's in Fuck That Lake in Nopistan.
Fangtooths are a fish of the family of whatever, some big ass long name. I ain't saying it. Sometimes spelled, I ain't saying it. They live in the deep sea. You think? The name is from the Greek, meaning unarmed. Yeah, my ass.
What?
The hell they ain't unarmed. Look at them teeth.
Hold on a second. Okay, in comparison to that guy's hand, those teeth are at least a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch long.
Yeah.
That's like a miniature barracuda with an attitude problem.
And his head's bigger than the body. Wow. All right, and it says unarmed and gaster meaning stomach. What? How does that mean stomach? The Greeks are some strange people.
Yeah.
With a circum global distribution in tropical and cold temperature waters, the family contains only 2 variety species, and one is a genus.
Mean and meaner?
Yeah, no known close relatives. You think? All right, quick description of these things.
Ugly and mean.
And damn, let's look at that right there. That's a Native American one. Well, understandably named for 2 disproportionately, you think, large fang-like teeth. The unapproachable village of the fangtooth are actually quite small and harmless to humans. I just read that, quite small and harmless to humans. That's probably because we don't fish for them. The larger of the two species in common fangtooth reaches a maximum length of just about 16 centimeters, which is 6.3 inches. The shorthorn fangtooth is less than half that size. Through currently known only from juvenile specimens, the head is small. That head ain't small. You got the head of a bastard hog. The hell. The head is small with large jaws that appear haggard, riddled with cavities, D-lined and separated edges, and covered with thin skin. The eyes are relatively small, set on a high head, and internal head is dark brown and black, and is strongly compromised laterally, deep and progressively more slender towards the tail. The fins are small, simple, and spineless. The scales are embedded in the skin and take the form of thin plates as compensation for reduced eyes. The lateral line is well developed and appears at the open groove along the flanks. Wow. That's your
That's the nope fish.
Yeah. Fang-tooth fish.
Oh, the nope fish. I like nope fish better because I pull that out of the water and I'm going nope.
I'm sorry, I got the wrong thing.
Yep. Hey, Richie, I think this is your fishing pole.
Yeah. Imagine being trying to take that thing off the hook.
No, that's where you pull your knife out and cut the line.
I just lost that tackle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You pulled knife out and cut the line.
I just lost that tackle. That's what happened there.
Yeah, that's definitely that fish is the same thing. The answer to that fish coming up on your line is the same thing you say to this plumber. Nope.
No. Yeah.
Nope. Not gonna happen. No. 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 Just nope. Nope.
All right. Well, we know how Justin feels about that fish.
Nope.
I try fishing around for gar.
See, I don't. I'll mess with a gar.
Try to take
That
it on the hook.
nope.
And
I'll just cut the damn gar's head off.
Yeah, throw him up on the bank, be done with his ass. All right. Well,
but I'll be damned if I lose my tackle to a damn gar.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, when you fish for that thing, how long a metal leader? Kill it with fire. How long a metal leader you got to have? You know.
12 foot.
For a six and a third inch fish.
Right. I mean, I've caught barracuda, and when I pulled it up, and there's actually a picture of it on my Facebook, we cut the line in the water. The guy I was fishing with looked at it and goes, nope. I was like, come on, man, let's pull it in. He's like, nope. Cut. Okay. Your money.
Some people grab by the gills.
Yeah.
I don't think about the gills.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, why not? Let's just, stick my hand in the mouth of a fish with half-inch long freaking teeth.
Yep.
Yeah, no. There's not enough. No.
Thank you, Karen.
Nope. That is a Karen fish if I ever seen one. So.
By the way, 4th of July is coming up. I want to tell everybody, be safe. Damn it, on 4th of July. Respect
blow
people.
Fireworks up, not yourself.
Yes, blow fireworks up. And listen, we say it every year. Justin says it every year, and we'll say it again this year. If you're one of them people who fireworks bother you, don't go out and make a big scene.
Stay your punk ass in the house.
Because don't ruin everybody else's opportunity to have a good time during 4th of July. We're sorry that it bothers you. We hope that you get through it fine. Don't get us wrong. But don't be one of them Karens running out there. I've been in 17 battles and I've shot 27 people and I can't. Shut up. Here you go. I'm gonna shoot you with a Roman candle.
At the end of the day, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Take your ass back in the house.
Yeah.
And I hate being like that, but I'm so tired of it. 'Cause I used to not be able to be able. Well, and I used to be one of those guys that couldn't be around fireworks.
Right.
And to a point, I still can't, as long as I'm not the one shooting them. If I'm shooting them off, I'm fine with them because I know it's coming.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's not a matter of, you know, I'll lose my gourd. It's just one of those things. They startle me whenever I don't know what's happening. You know, I mean, ever since they started selling those fucking poppers, them little white things that kids throw on the ground, dude, you cannot walk from the truck to the freaking front door of my house without popping at least twice. And every time I pee, a couple drops. Because some of them bastards are loud enough, they sound like a 22 going off.
Right.
Although something funny did happen this weekend. I forgot to tell you about it. I got one of those confetti poppers.
Right.
And I'm not talking about the little bitty ones like this. I'm talking about the big bastards that's like, it's like 2.5 foot long, and you twist the bottom of it. Catfish was up by the chicken coop with show wife. So I walked up there and I had it stuck in my back of my shorts. I pulled it out and he turned around. Perfect timing. And I just pop right behind him. He about peed himself. It was great.
And a boo boo.
I was like, yeah. Now you know how it feels, you little shit. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's enjoy your 4th. You know, celebrate our country's independence. You know, whether you like to blow up fireworks or shoot tannerite or sit in your house and stare at the damn walls, do you? But don't go off and try and be a damn Karen vet and get on to people who are lighting fireworks off in town or whatever, or around you, because they bother you. You know it's coming. People are free.
Celebrate Independence Day.
So, you know,
something you fought for. You fought for the right for people to do that. Let them do it. I don't have a problem with 4th of July. I can light them up and sit and watch them. I really enjoy 4th of July. You know, on my holiday, Christmas, I get down every Christmas. And I don't know why. It should be a great time. Christmas just drives me. I think it's because the winter's on. And I hate being in the winter, and the winter sucks. And, you know, but 4th of July, man, let it happen. Every year, I have a big ass party. You're invited, by the way, you and your family.
Yep.
We're gonna have it on the 3rd, so maybe we can recuperate on Sunday. But we have a big barbecue. We invite family, friends out. I drop a large amount of money on fireworks, and a big thing for the kids to go into on the bounce houses. This year we got a water one for them, and this wife and I, we love to do that for our kids.
I only have one problem with 4th of July. That's drunk people. But you know me. I don't like being around drunk people. I get really uncomfortable. I get really uptight. I'm not a,
right.
You know, it's not my thing.
Right.
And so I just
show for another episode, because how to deal with people. I've driven around drunks all my life.
Well, so did I.
I was a raging alcoholic for, well, yeah. Really raging, but I was a full-blown alcoholic myself.
Yeah.
For a long time. And could be a drop ahead if I'm not careful.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
My sons are all there. So.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm one of those people that because of the time that I spent drinking, and I didn't just drink, I consumed.
Yeah, like a camel.
You know,
yes.
I was, you know, every night, every weekend, you know, just blah, 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 blah. And, you know, if that bottle wasn't gurgling, or that freaking jar wasn't gurgling, I wasn't drinking it.
Right.
You know, I would just pound whatever freaking alcohol I had. And it got so bad at me at one point, said, I don't know who you are. And I knew at that point something was wrong. I needed to unscrew my head and figure out what the hell was going on. And, you know, I can sit down and have a beer. You know, it's not a big deal. Right. I can sit down with friends and have a beer or whatever. It's, you know, whatever, glass of wine or a cocktail. It doesn't bother me. But whenever people are excessively drunk around me, for some reason, I get very, very anxious, and it's hard to explain.
No,
but I kind of clam up, and
I kind of get the opposite. People want to drink it loud. I want to drink it loud too, because then
and I think that's part of it because I want to
exercise
join
gonna
in. You know, I want to join in the getting drunk and stupid.
Yeah.
But I know where it's going to lead me to.
Right.
So I'm like,
so I may do my wife. Only one time a year am I allowed to tie one on. It's at the 4th of July party if I can.
Yep.
But I don't because my dad's there and he pulls his religious card on me and tells me, son, you're native, you're allergic to fire water, it gives me like a 30-minute monologue. After I hear him for 30 minutes, I'm like, you know what? I don't even feel like drinking no more. But I did one 4th of July party. I drank 7 bottles of wine before I was done.
Now, wine drunk is different than like liquor drunk or beer drunk.
Yeah, it is.
And that's something people don't understand. Wine drunk is that's something different. That's a whole different beast.
It's a whole different animal. It really is. It really is. I drank 7 of them. People are like, there's no way you're not dead. The reason I stopped 7, I was out.
Yeah.
But
well, like I made the mistake of getting drunk on wine one time, and and you're talking to a guy who would drink a gallon and a half of whiskey every 2 days.
Yeah, totally. Like you said, though, but it's different.
And it wouldn't hardly faze me. But I sat down with a couple of buddies and they had some wine because their wives were all into the whole wine scene and are like, well, we ain't got nothing else other than wine. I was like, screw it, break it out and let's pour it, Mm-hmm. And we got stupid enough that we were shooting wine. About 8 glasses in. He just started shooting it in my pants. So I don't even remember taking the damn things off. I just couldn't find them.
The next morning, you're lucky to even have pants.
Yeah.
But so anyway, 4th of July's coming up, guys. Get out, do your thing, man. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Justin and I, we've never told you not to celebrate 4th of July.
Right.
If you can't handle it, you can't handle it. Sorry. Stay in.
Well,
it's just one night, guys.
Well, and that's the thing. Figure out a way that you can celebrate with your friends and family.
Right.
You don't have to go and blow shit up. That's our thing. We like to blow shit up, whatever. But if that triggers you or whatever, figure something else out. Go out to go out and have a picnic or go out and float down a river, whatever. I'm never going to tell somebody to stay in, but if you know that people in your area are going to be blowing up fireworks in copious amounts, leave the area maybe. Go out to the freaking wildlife area or whatever, go out to the conservation area and go for a hike or, go camping for the night or whatever. And I know it's on a Sunday this year. And so Monday, everybody's going to be hungover at work, but just
move to the 3rd. Like we did.
Go out and just do something and get yourself away from the trigger.
Right. Because it's going to happen regardless.
Yeah. I mean, you can't stop
now, the government's trying to stop it. We're going to allow you guys to have 3 or 4 people there.
Bitch, please.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say, bitch, please.
Look, dude. You got a screw loose in your head. COVID be damned. I don't give a rat's ass. Look, we're going to drink COVID and COVID won't have a chance.
Well, I don't know, man.
Well, I understand something. A lot of this, watch what you're doing. A lot of it's scare tactics, guys. They want us scared. They want us scared. They want us to fight with each other. That's what they want. That's what they're trying to accomplish. I had a conversation with a guy. He goes, I like what you guys do at W Entertainment. I said, well, thank you, sir. He said, one thing I like, though, he said, when doing your comedy shows, he said, you put your money where your mouth is. I said, make you laugh? He goes, no. He said, I've been to 3 different shows. And each time I've seen black comedians. He said, I've seen a Mexican with an Italian name. What's that about? I'm a Richard Madonna. Yeah. He said, you had an old white guy. He said, you're biracial. He goes, your guy that's got that booming, sexy voice. I mean, I'm not going to tell him you said that. But
weird shit.
He said, but you all mix together different, and you got different branches of service. Yep. Marines, Army, Navy. I said, I don't think we got Navy, but okay, I appreciate it. I got what he was trying to say. And he goes,
Jeff.
Jeff was a chaplain in the Army, wasn't he?
I thought he said he was okay. Yeah, he was Jeff.
Anyway, so but they appreciate it because we showed that we got blacks and Mexicans and whites,
right? We don't care.
And Native American getting along together. We don't.
We don't care.
If you come to WO Entertainment thinking we're going to be any racist things like that, you're out of your head because we got lots of love for everybody. I've met so many good people of color.
I mean, I thought it would be funny one time to run up to Taifu with a fried chicken, with a bucket of fried chicken and a watermelon, just to ask him which was better. But he probably would have taken the fried chicken and slapped me with it.
Oh, he'd have been like, I'm taking watermelon. I like watermelon.
So, but no.
Like Dave Chappelle said, why does everybody make fun of black people for eating watermelon? It's delicious.
Yeah.
Because I've been to white people's house and they eat the same damn thing. It's delicious.
Yeah. There was a video on TikTok and I thought it was hilarious because there was this black lady and she goes, "Why do white folks always want to come to the black cookout? Because y'all got good food." I mean, God, come on.
I wrote a redneck joke about rednecks and blacks how they get along so well. And one of the things I say, you know what makes
because we like to eat.
You know what makes rednecks and blacks have in common? We season our food.
Mm-hmm.
We don't put raisins in our potatoes. By the way, if you put raisins in potato salad, I will physically
slap
assault you.
The shit out of you.
I will assault you. I'm telling you right now.
I'll go to jail right now.
I'll be right next to him. Don't. Oh, I swear to God, don't bring your stuff. You got raisins. Who the hell puts raisins? I ain't never heard of. Stop.
Goose blah blah.
Stop.
Goose
Anyway,
rubber.
So we have the same thing in common. I got slap your mama right in my cabinet as well. So I season my food. Yeah, I know what's inside of a commodities box too. Aaron, hey brother, glad you're still with us. That entire lie was exposed, and they still pushing the isolation. You ever seen the food basket skit that by Gabriel Iglesias?
Fluffy, yes.
I think I have.
Great.
Yeah.
That is one comedian, one of many that I would love to meet and just hang out with.
He was the second most wanted comedian for about a 5-year period there.
Oh yeah, and he's still pretty popular.
He is second only to Jeff Dunham.
Yep.
Of course, Jeff Dunham ranked on our list. That list we got is terrible. That top 10, they're dumb.
I wonder if that's changed.
All right, look it up real quick. That's a good question.
It was worse, wasn't it?
No, most popular comedian. Or no, worst comedian. You're right. Worst comedians.
Oh, look, number one, Jeff Onyx.
Number one looked right. That looked.
Yeah. I still can't believe he's on there. Okay, so updated. Jeff Dunham's number 10 now.
So he's moving down.
Jeff Foxworthy's on 11. He moved up a couple of spaces.
Tell you what, Jeff Foxworthy, not going to pros and cons him. I'm going to say is he has done a lot for comedy. He wrote so much stuff that I find him not funny. I just can't believe that. Carrot Top, okay, yeah.
Carrot Top just ain't funny.
Yeah. Larry the Cable Guy.
All right, top 10 funniest comedians of all time.
And this list constantly changes.
Yeah, it does. Number 10, Mr. Puddin himself.
Hey, you get that pre-rape feeling when you're with him. I forgot about Bill Hicks.
He's pretty good.
Pretty funny man.
Number 8, Fluffy himself.
There he is.
I think he should be higher.
Yeah, he was on the list last time.
No, he wasn't. He was like number 12, I think.
Yeah.
But I still think he should be higher.
I do too.
And number 7 is Chris Rock.
He's funny.
He's funny so long as you like getting yelled at.
Yeah, funny.
Louis C.K. is the same way. He's I don't know. He's
Chris Rock. I think is perfect 7. I think 7 is where he needs to be. Louis, I don't think he'd be in the top 10. I really don't.
No.
I really don't.
Top 15, maybe. Top 10, no.
Because if Bernie Mac ain't on here, this list.
Number 5 is Eddie Murphy.
Eddie, I love Eddie, man.
That freaking laugh. They're making another Coming to America.
They already made it.
They did?
Yeah. Go see it. I ain't gonna tell you. Just go see
Number
it.
4, your man, Richard Pryor.
Man, the fact he's 4 pisses me off.
Yeah, he should be top 3. Dave Chappelle, number 3.
I don't think Chappelle's funnier than Pryor.
I don't think he's funnier than Pryor, but he does have some pretty good
Shit,
stuff. Yeah.
He does, man.
Number 2, Robin Williams. I agree with that. I agree with Robin Williams.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
I
with this
love
guy.
him.
Not to mention he was funny, but his voices, man.
Oh yeah, the man of 1,000 voices.
I mean,
And number 1, my man George Carlin.
I'll give him that. If he's the first or second, I won't complain so much.
Yeah.
But I think him and Richard should be right there. Always, always entangled with each other.
And see, one that didn't make the list that I love is the asshole himself, Dennis Leary.
Well, see, he didn't. To me, Bernie Mac didn't make the list.
Yeah, Bernie Mac should have been on there. Let's see if they made it down in the lower section there.
Ron White. I mean, that guy's funny as shit.
Jerry Seinfeld. Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Mitch Hedberg.
He's all right. I'm not familiar with that guy.
Tosh. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was funny. I never seen his stand up, but he was funny.
Yeah, he's better in movie. I was gonna say he's better in movies.
He's definitely an actor. Jim Gaffigan. He's all right. He does a lot of food jokes.
He looks like it.
Bill Burr he's all right.
The thing I don't like about Bill Burr, I think he's the worst comedian ever because he's always downgraded women so much, and he's married to a black lady, and I figured she slapped the piss out of him.
She probably does, but she's like, keep bringing me that money. Jeff Dunham came in at 18. Lenny Bruce.
Oh, he should be number 3 in my category.
Eddie Izzard. Wow. Lewis Black.
He's angry.
Jeff Foxworthy came in at 23. Rodney Dangerfield. John Mulaney. I don't. Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, these guys here.
Jim Jeffries. Red Fox.
Oh, my boy.
George Lopez.
Like
Steve Harvey. He was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Lisa Lampanelli, the Queen of Mean.
Yeah.
We know the Empress of Mean. So.
That's right.
Rowan Atkinson. Mr. Bean.
How was he?
Joan Rivers. She was. Have you heard Joan Rivers stand up?
Some of hers good.
That woman is raunchy.
Yeah.
She gets.
So is
dirty.
Red Fox. Red Fox is filthy.
Yeah. Steve Wright, Bill Maher, John. I don't know him. Bernie Mac came in at number 37.
Wow.
Larry the Cable Guy's at 39. Cat Williams.
The pimp himself. He's funny.
I love Cat Williams. He's got one bit where he talks about falling off his motorcycle or laying his motorcycle over.
Yeah. Oh, he's funny as hell.
He's little as shit too.
Yeah, he is.
A lot of these I don't know. Norm Macdonald, I know him. He's not that funny.
No.
Michael McIntyre, Patton Oswalt.
See, according to this list,
Billy Connolly.
I done jumped up a bunch on this list.
Yeah, Billy Connolly's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, he's not up there. He should be.
Conan O'Brien, he's not funny. Ricky Gervais. Oh God, he is hilarious, and he does not give a shit.
His filter's broken. You see that award show?
His filter is more broke than freaking Donald Trump's.
When he was at that award show, he shut up. Nobody wants to hear it. I was like,
yeah, just blasted him.
Right
I was like, oh. Jon Stewart, he's not funny.
Jeff Ross, he's always doing roles.
Frankie Boyle, Frank Caliendo. See, I like Frank Caliendo just because of his impressions. He's so good at them.
Yeah.
John Cleese, he should be a lot higher than 57. Dane Cook shouldn't even be on this damn list.
No, he's
Titus. Chris Titus isn't bad, but
who's supposed to name like that? Rod.
I don't know, some idiot.
Bo Burnham. I've listened to him. He one of the guys on
Dennis Leary. There's my man.
Dennis, your boy, 69. No good number. Ain't that one of the guy ahead of him? One of the that TV show. The Keys.
Who? Preacher Lawson?
No, Letterkenny. Ain't he part of Letterkenny?
No. Bill Engvall's on there at 70. David Cross. Aziz Ansari.
Adam Sandler ain't popped up yet.
Harry Hill, Hannibal Buress, Tom Green. Tom Green wasn't really all that funny. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Depending upon what he was doing. Yeah.
He's good in movies.
Yeah.
Dave Attell, he's a funny guy. Martin Lawrence.
He's funny.
Yeah. Andy Kaufman.
Okay.
Miranda Hart, don't know her. Gilbert Godfrey. I mean, as long as you want to get yelled at.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
Bill Murray. Bill Murray's funny.
Oh, Monique, she's funny.
Monique, oh God, she's
fucking funny. She should be up that list.
So is Queen Latifah.
Yeah, they need to be higher up that list.
Yeah,
women. We didn't type into women, give their own category to them, see what they come up with.
Okay,
see what they do.
Hold on,
because the women, hey, there's some funny.
We've got a couple minutes left. Let's do this.
All right, let's do it real quick. The women, I don't think get their due.
Funniest female comedians of all time.
I already seen 2. I don't know.
All right. So Phyllis Diller came in at 11.
Okay.
Maria Bamford. I don't know. I haven't heard her stand up. Margaret Cho.
Okay.
She's
heard
not
her.
bad. She's
not bad.
funny.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Sarah Silverman. No.
She's filthy. I don't like her. Get her out
Kathy
of
Griffin. She's trash.
Yep.
Carol Burnett. Yeah.
there. Back on the old comedy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lucille Ball. And you know what? She's drop dead gorgeous.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
beautiful.
Her day, yeah.
Lisa Lampanelli, she comes in at number 4.
Oh, let me number 3 better than she is in the female category.
Roseanne Barr.
No, disagree.
Roseanne's pretty damn funny.
But
have you heard her stand up?
Yeah.
I mean, she was pretty damn funny. Ellen DeGeneres.
No, she's not. She's up because she's LBG, and that just
which
that don't make it funny.
It's fine, but
I don't think she even belongs on the list personally.
Yeah,
Joan Rivers
and Joan Rivers. It's Joan Rivers. Yeah,
she'd make you fucking ass blush now.
Yeah, she'd say shit to make a sailor blush. Yeah,
Monique wasn't on there. Queen Latifah wasn't on there. There's another female we follow once in a while. I had him on there. Just older white lady.
Betty White.
She needs to be on there. I don't know, lady's crazy in hell.
Whoopi wasn't even on there.
No, I don't like Whoopi, but she was funny. She was funny.
In her day. Yeah, she was freaking hilarious.
What was that other Wanda Sykes?
Yeah, I don't like her.
She was funny in her day.
She just I think it's her voice, and it sounds like she's always whining.
Yeah, well, just like Kid Rock, he's always
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. I'm sorry, the other little short dude, Kevin Hart. He's always whining or screaming or something. We got some comments here. Or a black cookout story with Zach Rushing. He's on Facebook. Zach Rushing, okay, yeah. From Letterkenny, does skits, right? After Canada lacking cereal and stuff, Canadian is a lack of cereal. What is the shutdown queen of comedy roast? Who is the shutdown queen of comedy roast? Of comedy roast.
That would probably be Lisa Lampanelli.
Yeah, because she does.
That would definitely be Lamp. She's a freaking hard ass, man, and she don't care. Gay, straight, black, white, Chinese. She don't care. She bashes everybody.
Yeah, we need to have another bash coming up here sometime too. Get a bunch of people together.
Yeah, we might.
That'd be awesome. All right, well, that was cool, man.
No, the other one. I'm not sure who the other one is, Aaron.
Aaron, tell us who you're talking about.
Yeah, you got to give us the name because I'm not. You finally stumped the chump here. And that's a segment we might start doing is Stump the Chump.
My God. All right.
I mean, unless you're talking about
please.
Judy from over at whenever we were with VRS, the Empress of Mean. I mean, she shut down everybody on that BV Nation roast, man.
Man, I lit that up. I was the best one on there. I shut them all down.
Oh shit. She even shut your ass down.
No, she didn't. Go back and look at it. I was the winner, hands down. I had her dying. I'd like to give her a microphone and put her on stage.
Yeah, I would love to get her on stage.
Well, we're waiting on him, but man, it's been a pretty good show. I don't understand why our feed ain't out there. I think Facebook's playing with us again because people know we're on.
Yeah. So, and I've had several people tell me that Nikki Glazer. Yeah.
Well, she didn't make the top 10.
Yep. But anyway, so we are down to our last few minutes, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is for you that we do this. If you are having issues, please reach out to somebody. If it's not us here at the show, somebody in the comments over there, somebody, well, I guess the comments technically are below us. Just reach out, please. Call the Veteran Suicide Hotline. Call somebody. I don't care if you call 911 just to have somebody to talk to. Trust me, if you are in that position, they will listen. I have heard of them sending a cop out to your to a house just so that somebody would listen to the guy who was having issues. He said, "I'm suicidal. I need somebody to talk to." They sent an officer to his house, unarmed, sat down with the guy, talked to him, and so I would rather see that happen than to see your name in headlines, in the obituaries, because you took your own life. So with that being said, guys, for Redneck Pimp and everybody here at Woe Entertainment, we'll see you guys next week. This is Goose. Much love.
Going to Doug Ahoy.